So Bob, tell me about Artisan Mobile. What services do you provide for clients?
Artisan Mobile is a new type of mobile platform that really helps the builders and publishers of mobile apps get the most out of the investment they've made. What we're hearing over and over again in the industry is people have made the investment to build mobile apps, and they're really just not getting the results that they'd hoped for. And so we've built a platform to help them maximize the return, build incredible, engaging mobile experiences, which ultimately we think drives business outcomes, and have built a platform to help them do that.
So they built better mousetraps, but the mice aren't finding the cheese.
Yeah, it's a challenge today. I mean, 60% of all apps in the App Store never get downloaded at all. Of the apps that do get downloaded, 1 in 4 are abandoned after the first use. So I actually did a talk recently where I actually entitled it, the mobile app field of dreams, right? You've built it. Are they coming? Are they not coming? If they did come, did they do what you hoped that they were going to do? The challenge for these folks is they really haven't had the tools to help them figure out how are the users engaging with my app, what are they doing, with the app, what's working, what's not working. The state of the art today, believe it or not, is you build an app, you release it into the wild, and you kind of wait for the ratings to, to come into the App Store to see if it's working or not working. And we've actually gotten into this a phrase in the industry called fire and forget, where people are building an app. If they don't get the results they're hoping for, they build another app and another app, and which is obviously a very inefficient way to do it. If you think about the way websites have worked for well over a decade, you've had the ability for non-technical people to change up the look and feel of a website, to experiment with different designs and messages, we call A/B testing, to personalize those experiences. What Artisan does is bring all of those great capabilities to mobile apps. And so now, rather than having an app that's kind of static on your phone, I mean, you download it, it really doesn't change again unless you update it. Our technology gives the publishers and the marketers the ability to make dynamic changes to the look and feel of the app on the fly, to conduct, again, A/B testing, try different designs, try different messages, see what works. And we're doing all of this without having to write code, without having to resubmit to the App Store, so you're able to very rapidly iterate and find what works and perfect that experience. Because again, we are passionate about the fact that it's really the experience at the end of the day that's going to drive the business results that you're after. Whatever you built the app to do, whether that's driving purchases, registrations, or even just time in the app, we can help you do that by really perfecting that user experience.
So the user experience would be particularly critical for folks who are trying to drive retail sales using mobile technology. So tell me about your penetration of the retail space specifically.
Yeah, I mean, we have probably 40 or 50 of the top internet retail brands in the pipe right now and in various stages of testing with the platform, and the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive because the pain point has been so incredibly high. This is really finally giving them the insight into, again, how are users engaging with us, what's working, what's not working, and the ability to do something about it in rapid succession. So, yeah, it's been, again, the feedback from the market has been overwhelmingly positive.
So 2 questions then. Let's answer the first one first, appropriately. So how is the evidence developing that suggests that your interventions are actually changing the pain point for your clients?
Yeah, great question. One of our very, very first case studies is a startup called A View from My Seat. As the name suggests, they have an app where you take photos from different sporting venues and you share that socially with your social network. And in 2 short months of making even just the simplest design changes, because again, I think what's important here, just like in the web world, small changes can have a major impact on the effectiveness of the app. And in a couple of months, making relatively minor changes, they were able to drive a 22% increase in user engagement in the app. So, again, just like what we've seen in the web world, small changes make big differences. People just haven't had the ability to do that with mobile apps, and that's what Artisan brings them.
So Artisan must be, part 2 of my question, must be one of many folks who are trying to address this problem. What makes Artisan better than its competitors in producing results that are tangible and measurable?
Yeah, I think there are 2 pretty distinct and critical differences. The first is we've built the platform for business users. So there are a number of other solutions in the market, particularly to do A/B testing, but you have to write code. You're writing code, you're inserting code. Every time you come up with a new idea, you have to write more code. Ours is a general purpose platform for business users. You don't need to know all the testing that you want to do in advance. You can create those on the fly. And so that separates us from all the other players that are in the market today. And the second thing is our vision for Artisan is a much broader suite. So the first product, Optimize, where I'm talking about doing this sort of testing, but also analytics, personalization, the ability to, just like on the web today, you and I would go to the same website, you would get a completely different experience that I do based on your profile and gender and age and shopping habits. We'll be able to do that with mobile apps. And so it's both the fact that it is for non-technical people and the fact that it's an integrated suite that allows you to do everything from testing to analyzing to personalizing experiences for your customers.
And the value opportunity is extraordinary. So you're really going to drive value for clients. But how do you actually, what's your revenue model? How do you capture some of the value that you deliver to clients?
Yeah, it's a typical SaaS subscription model. We meter on the number of apps that you have and the number of monthly active users, and based on that, there's a monthly subscription fee that we charge, and you're then free to do what you want and need to do with the platform.
Sounds like a no-brainer. It sounds to me like you are really solving a critical problem, and you have a tremendous amount of upside.
Thank you very much. Yeah, in fact, it's been called a no-brainer several times. So I think the key for us now is just to stay heads down and execute, and I think we'll be very pleased with the results.
Well, best of luck. I want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.